Hello and welcome to the Smart Family of Cooling Products. Today we're going to do a basic introduction into desiccant dehumidifiers. The unit in front of us is our RDDH 6000-EH, which means it's electrically reactivated desiccant dehumidifier. It's designed for about 6,000 CFM, although the full range varies from well below 6 to well over 6,000 CFM. Now we have a second tutorial that does a startup walkthrough of step-by-step how to get this machine to run. Before we go through that, we want to talk about the basics of desiccant dehumidification. So let me walk you through some of the basics. In general, a desiccant dehumidifier is nothing more than a modified thermal wheel. So what that means is we have a big wheel inside this unit. I'll show it to you in a second here. And that wheel is divided into 4 quadrants. The wheel itself is the desiccant wheel. What we're going to do with this wheel is we're going to run 2 opposing airstreams through it. So we're going to run process airstreams this way and out. And we're going to run an airstream in the other direction, which is going to be our reactivation airstream, this way and out the back side of the wheel. Okay, so let me show you what the wheel physically looks like. So there's our desiccant wheel. It's a chain drive in this particular model. This is a 400 millimeter thick wheel. And the way that we normally break these wheels down for this type of application is 3/4 of that wheel is going to be used for our process air. So 3/4 is going to be process, and 1/4 of that wheel is going to be reactivation or react. How that's going to work is the process air is going to come from our site, from our source, from our location that we want to dehumidify. We're going to blow that air through the wheel. The wheel is going to take away some of the moisture. It's going to drop the grains of moisture per pound. It's going to reduce the relative humidity, and we're going to discharge that air back into the space with much fewer grains of moisture per pound, a lower percent RH. It's going to be drier air. How we're going to be doing that is we're going to be taking reactivation air. We're going to pass that through an electric heat section for this particular model. We're going to raise the temperature of that air drastically. Pass that air through only 1/4 of the wheel opposing the process air, and all that moisture is going to go into the react airstream, and we're going to dump that out of the react outlet. Okay. So again, the basics of a desiccant dehumidifier: we've got 2 opposing airstreams, 1 process, this is the one we want to remove the moisture from, and 1 reactivation where we're adding a heat source and we're putting all of that moisture or that water into that airstream. The way it physically works on our package is on the 6,000 CFM unit, you have a 20-inch process inlet, which we can see here, goes into our filter section. And we have a 20-inch process outlet here, comes out. These are our process air streams. So we bring in our air from the site, from the location here, comes out nice and dry out the other end here. What you're looking at, this is our relative humidity sensor. And then I want you to peek inside so you can see the process air side of the wheel. You'll see that 75% or 3/4 of it is used for that process air. Okay. Now let's look at reactivation. Reactivation inlet is here. On this particular model, it's a 12-inch duct connection. Now we draw that through our electric heat section. The moisture is absorbed and it's discharged out the reactivation outlet. Now typically, because we're only using 1/4 of the wheel for reactivation, in general we have about 1/4 of the airflow reactivation versus process air. So if this machine was going to run 6,000 CFM of process air, we'd run somewhere in the neighborhood of 1,400 or 1,500 CFM of reactivation air. That's the design point of the unit. So from a very, very basic standpoint, that's how a dehumidification desiccant dehumidifier works. If you have any questions, please continue watching these videos and have a safe day.